Hello and welcome to Groomer Solutions. My name is Ron, and in this second video we're going to be discussing some of the admin features. So let's go ahead and click on admin now. So we'll be talking about administrators, holidays, promotions, and the company preferences. So let's select company preferences now. And here you'll have the address and so on of your organization. And please just take a quick look just to make sure all the information is correct and so on. Now along the top you're going to have address, which was the page we were just looking at, appointment times, taxes, and features. So let's go take a look at appointment times. Now in our previous video we were actually showing how when you're booking in an appointment, there's a pull down that you can select the appointment times. This is where you can set the times. So in this example here we have multiple times starting at 6 a.m. all the way through to 2 p.m. from this grooming shop. I don't want 6 a.m. I don't get up that early in the morning. So my grooming shop actually starts at 8 o'clock. So let's go ahead and let's delete a few of these. There, 8 o'clock. Now I prefer my shop to have bookings in every half an hour. So at 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock, and so on. And my last booking is, we prefer to have 12 o'clock. So I'm just going to remove these last two here, 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Now please also know that it doesn't mean that you can only book in one pet at 8 o'clock. You can book in 5 or 6 pets. It's entirely up to you. This is just simply to have the pull down show every half an hour, and that's what we prefer to do. So if you want to book in, say, every hour, you could even remove 8:30. and have the pull down show 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Okay, we prefer every half an hour. Now if you look over on the right hand side, you'll see that there's appointment times starting from 6 a.m. and it goes all the way through to 9 p.m. So let's go ahead and let's find my 8:30, and we'll click add, and again let's put it back in on the left hand side. So now the pull down is going to show the appropriate times that I want it to have. Now again, from 6 a.m. you can choose times all the way up to 9 p.m. Now if for whatever reason you need more time, say 9:15, 9:30 p.m., let us know and we can certainly add more for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at taxes. Now in this system you have 3 taxes that you can choose from. So tax 1, 2, and 3. I've just got some tax names here. So for ourselves, in Canada, we use HST, the Harmonized Sales Tax, which is 12%, and I have active as yes. So if I go click on edit, you'll see that I can change the title of the tax, I can change the percentage of the tax, and I can decide whether the tax is active or not. So we'll leave that one active for the moment. Now for your grooming shop in your geographical area, perhaps maybe you're using 2 taxes, in which case we can choose my tax, we can edit that, and we can call this, say, my tax 1. And you can change the value too. You can make that 9% or 5%, whichever you would like to do. And you click active, make sure the active button is checked. Click save. And now the system's going to charge 2 taxes. It's going to charge my tax 1, and it's also going to charge HST. Notice tax 2 in this example is showing no, which means that it will not charge tax. Now, in your grooming shop, if perhaps you don't charge tax at all, if you just simply edit and make sure that the active button is turned off and click save, and you can do that on all the taxes, and then it will not charge any tax at all. So it's entirely up to you how many taxes you need to use. Now let's take a look at features. At present, we have, in our grooming shop, we have a punch card that we give out to all of our clients. Now, if you don't use punch cards, that's absolutely fine. You can certainly turn the functionality off by selecting Do Not Use Punch Cards. But you do have the option as well if you want to using punch cards for the client, or perhaps maybe you give out a punch card for each pet that comes in. It's entirely up to you. So the system will track either way. So in this example, let's go ahead and let's use it for clients. So we'll select that. We'll click Save, and that's it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's take a quick look at administrators. So the administrator then is someone who has access to the site and access to all the information. Now there's two levels of access. One, there is the full user access, which gives you access to all the menu options along the top, so appointments, clients, pets, reports, and admin. And there's also a basic user. So let's go ahead and let's add an administrator. So now you may choose that you want to have all your groomers have access to the system, or perhaps one or two, or maybe you have a staff member that you want to have on the front desk and controlling that. It's entirely up to you how many administrators you have in the system and what access level you give them. So let's call this, let's say Bob is the person that's running the front desk today, or whenever. So again, we have full user access, which gives you access to the whole entire menu system, or the basic user, which allows the admin section to not be shown. So we only want Bob to have basic access, and we'll give Bob a password here. Again, please do not use credit card information in here. Use something generic. Please don't use personal information for your password, just for security's sake. So let's click on Add Administrator. And now notice Bob shows up. Bob is a basic user, which will allow him not to have access to any of the admin section, but he will have access to everything else. Now let's say Bob no longer works for you, or perhaps you just don't want Bob to have access to the system anymore. Not a problem. Just go ahead and click the delete button, click OK. Now Bob has no more access to the system. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's take a look at holidays. In our previous example, I had two holidays put in, one for March 1st and the second one for December 25th over the Christmas holidays. Let's go ahead and let's just add one more holiday here, and I'm just going to call it Shop Closed. You can put in any description that you like in here, so you can be much more detailed than Shop Closed if you like. And just click on the date field and you can select whichever date you want the shop to be closed. So let's choose February 1st. Click Add. And notice now we have three. We have February 1st, March 1st, and December 25th. If we could go look up at the reports and we select our 4-month report, you'll see that February 1st is now showing for shop holidays. It's showing that shop is closed. And again, in our previous video, we showed how you could not book in an appointment on a holiday. Okay. And let's say hypothetically you want to change that. For whatever reason, this holiday no longer you no longer want it. So just click on the delete button, click OK. If February 1st is now gone. If we go back, look in the reports, February 1st is now available and you can book appointments in appropriately. Okay, now let's take a quick look at promotions. So promotions are great. You can have multiple promotions in the system. Perhaps you've put an ad in the local newspaper. Maybe you've given out some coupons at a dog park or what have you. You can track all of these here. So let's go ahead and let's click on promotion or add promotion code, and let's call it dog park coupon. Okay, so we click add. Now it shows up as active promotions, and it says not used only because we have not completed any appointments yet. So we've not completed anything, so we haven't selected the dog park coupon. So let's go ahead and add one more, and let's call it local newspaper and February. Okay, so you could have multiple, say you have every month you have coupons in there for the local newspaper perhaps. You can put February on that, and then it's much more descriptive, so you know which coupon. Now the other thing is too is that when customers phone up and they say, oh, we saw your coupon for February and we want to book in an appointment. When you're booking the appointment, you can actually select the local newspaper for February, and the system will tell you that you have a coupon coming up, and it will be descriptive and tell you which coupon it is as well. Now perhaps maybe you've added in a coupon that you don't want to use, or perhaps maybe it's not relevant anymore. So let's say paper coupon for January. and January is now over with perhaps. So what we can do is you can go ahead and click on Edit, and notice that there's an active checkbox here. If you turn that off and click Save, it actually takes the coupon and puts it in inactive promotions not used. Okay. So just to recap, we have discussed the administrators, we've discussed holidays, promotions, and the company preferences. We hope this information has been helpful to you. For more detailed information and so on, please visit our website at petgroomersolutions.com. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact us at any time. Thank you.